Hey, 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 put your lighters up. We're back with another episode of Queening Out. Welcome.
Oh, thank you for welcoming me to the show.
Yes.
I feel good.
Did you like that? I feel like usually
like
you take the lead, but
yeah, I'm glad you did.
I was just feeling that extra hey, 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 hey,
yeah.
you know?
It's your like fresh off the plane. That's what
Yeah.
you're feeling. You're like, whoa, woo, woo.
Yeah, I literally just landed like an hour ago. It was a crazy fucking weekend. I was originally supposed to fly from Burbank to Ohio in like, I think 4 to 6 hours, something normal, right? Mm-hmm. Flight, I go to sleep, you know, because I don't get drunk anymore at the airports, but I do take a lovely little, you know, sedative.
Yes.
It's to just relax the doll. So she was passed out. We land. I'm thinking we're in my layover point, you know, before I think it was St. Louis. St. Louis, I'm going to connect to Ohio. So I get off the thing. I'm going in and I'm looking around. I'm like, it says Wichita. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be in Wichita. So I go back to the gate and I'm like, I'm sorry, where are we? She's like, oh, we're in Wichita. Did you just come off the last flight? And I was like, I did. And she was like, oh, you guys had to do an emergency landing due to weather. So I was like, okay, well, I have a connecting flight. What do I do? And she's like, oh, just go get in that line over there. Well, you know, the line at that point was to Jesus. Mm-hmm. I mean, back to China. So I get in the line. I'm waiting. I'm trying to call the people. I call the people. They're like, oh, there's nothing we can do. You have to wait in that line and get to the counter. At this point, I'm seeing hours ticking by. I've missed my connection. So luckily, I have learned to always fly in the day before. In case shit goes wrong, you have an extra window to like figure it out. So I had to rent a car, drive to Kansas City, stay in a hotel for 3 hours, get on another flight, fly to Chicago, and then fly from Chicago to Ohio. It was a lot, girl. It was a lot. And I was bitter. And, you know, I had talked to the person who booked the gig for me, and I was like, not in my best mind state. So I, of course, apologized the day later. But needless to say, she was on the Xanax and not relaxed, okay? But I made it work and I had a great time. I was at OU and all the kids were super, super sweet and like actually tipped, which I've never been to a college where they tip. But it was great. It was a lot of fun. And then I went to Baltimore, which was my first time ever there. And I was super excited because I'm a huge fan of John Waters. He's from Baltimore. And my first single I ever put out, Legs, features Rai Rai. Rai Rai is a Baltimore legend. So it was just so cool to like be there. And I'll just say, you know, I broke my celibacy.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Queen. I think that might be why she's glowing today a little bit. So that was lovely. I felt like, you know, right before surgery to just finally, it'd been like a year and a half, girl. I know, girl. What the hell? I think it's because I got not chunky, but gained weight and I stopped feeling sexy.
You weren't feeling yourself.
I wasn't feeling it. You know, the hormones have taken a lot of the sex drive away. And ultimately, you know, I'm at a different point in my life where hooking up just doesn't interest me. Mm-hmm. Like I actually want to get to know them. I want them to know who I am. Whereas before, like I would never even tell people I was Laganja and I would hide the drag in the room. And so yeah, anyways, it was very nice. I had a lovely time. And then I went to Washington, D.C. and I performed at my friend Mickey's new bar called Sinners and Saints that he just opened up himself. And it was so much fun. I had a great time. I always love D.C. I have a great time when I'm there. And then, yeah, landed today and zoop, zoop, got over here. And this is what I was going to tell you. Okay, so for some reason, Karma's a Bitch is in my head. And I don't know why this song is in my head. But then I was like, oh, I know why. So I was backing out of my house, okay? And it's like a little small side street. Now, yes, we are sandwiched in major streets. But my street is very small. Mm-hmm. No one really goes through it. There's always ample parking. I mean, you've been there, yeah. So tell me why I'm backing out and this guy zoops right, like literally almost hits me as I'm backing out. And he's going like at least 60 on this little tiny street. Well, I don't know what got in me today, but bitch, I was not having it. So I zoop out and because like the way my street is, you have to stop because the major street is crazy. I know this is so crazy. I can't believe I did this. So I zoop out and I pulled up next to him like a bad bitch, rolled my window down and just start screaming like, what the fuck? This is a neighborhood. Like an old cool aunt and was like, you need to drive the speed limit. And he rolls his window down. Now, mind you, he was cute. So I would have let him hit if he said he was sorry. But And then we went back and forth. And so I think maybe that's why that song is stuck in my head. Because I was letting him know karma's a bitch. Don't fucking beep at me. Girl, are you kidding? I had the right of way. Like,
I thought you were going to say that you were about to back out and you're like, my street, you know, like nobody drives down it. But then I saw JoJo Siwa in her JoJo Siwa car driving down my street. And I was going to be like,
no, but I have seen the car once.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to have, they're still my friends, but some friends who worked for her. And so they would get the driving of the car privilege. So I have seen the JoJo face plastered car in person. It's pretty epic. But yeah, no, I think that's what it was. I was letting him know, your karma is a bitch and you're not going to do that on my street.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Karma's a bitch.
Boom, boom.
We had a lot of
But wait, before we do all that,
go ahead.
how was your week? What were you up to? Were you feeling exposed? What was the tea?
Working, doing all of that. Shadoobie. Today, I was like, you know what?
Did you say doobie?
Shadoobie.
Oh, shadoobie.
Shadoobie.
Wish we had a doobie.
Yeah. So speaking of John Waters, I bought tickets to John Waters' Christmas show here in December.
No way. When?
December, I think it's 11th or 12th. You should get tickets. They haven't announced it yet. Are you gone?
I think I'm going to be gone.
Where?
I don't think I get back till the 18th from my little body reveal tour.
You're doing a body reveal tour?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. I know. I'm so insane, friend.
Oh my gosh, you should do like Night of 1,000 Laganja Estranjas, but you were one of them. So like, it's a moment. You know what I mean?
Like I come out in my most iconic looks?
No. So it's like Night of 1,000 Laganja Estranjas. So there's multiple people dressed as Laganja Estranjas.
I know it's a one-woman show. Yeah. Sorry. We can barely afford a one-woman show. I can't afford other people. I have my sister who's hooking it all up in Thailand, Alista. She's going to like be in the middle so I can change my clothes at least once.
Wow.
But yeah, girl, I'm giving myself 60 days and then I'm going on an Asian tour.
Girl.
I know.
Girl.
I know it's a bit ambitious, but I got to make money, girl. I'm going to be out for 2 months. I won't go back and jump and split and kick and do all that.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be me taking off my clothes and revealing the body and talking.
Mm-hmm. So like more of like a snap, snap, snap.
I'm not sure what a snap.
Like, you know, like
is.
when people like give their little like haikus or like poems.
No, that sounds boring. It's still going to be exciting and interesting. I just think it'll be more like of an intimate vibe, you know, more about my transition, what I've gone through, you know. Think Alyssa Edwards. I was very inspired by her show that I went and saw recently. You know, she did a number or two, but it was mainly her talking and being funny and being herself. And, you know, that's what I see for myself after surgery physically, what I'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
But seriously, so nothing else? That was your week? Work, and Shadoobie? That was it?
Work, Shadoobie. And then I bought the tickets to John Waters. And then I was like...
I didn't know you loved him like that.
Yeah.
Did you go see the exhibit?
No, I didn't see the exhibit.
It was so good.
I so wish I would have.
It's in like the Oscars Museum or Grammy?
The motion picture.
That's it.
Yeah. So I did that. And then on Friday, I was like, oh, you know, Labor Day is around the corner. I know Isaac's going to want to go to a pool. I want to go to a pool.
Is that what this weekend is?
Yeah. It's the end of summer. It's kind of like coming to the end.
Okay.
You know, so I was like, okay, let me go on Resort Pass.
Which is?
Resort Pass is an app that basically has like all the hotels, like hotels can sign up.
Okay.
And then you pay like a certain amount of money and you can use their pool for the day.
Okay. Oh, right. Because
So-
hotels, especially out here in LA, are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And want to charge you like $60
Yeah.
to use their pool.
Yeah.
Boosh.
So I was like, oh, okay. And I saw that the Beverly Hilton had something. I was like, oh, that's cute. Haven't been there. I was like,
I've never
Let
been.
me go. And then part of the package that like when you bought the thing was like, oh, you get like, you know, a free Aperol Spritz. You get like your whatever Fiji water. You get this and that. And I was like, okay, great. And it reserved the chair. And I was like, this is going to be wonderful.
Uh-oh. What happened?
First of all, there was 900 million children
Oh, God.
not relaxing.
No.
I don't understand. Like,
Why children exist.
yes, but I also don't understand, like, why do they have to be at things like this? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Right.
I get it. Like
Like if I'm not
cool.
allowed to bring my dog, you shouldn't be allowed to bring your child.
Yeah. And so it started out as like 4 or 5 year olds, which already are crazy.
The worst.
And they're jumping
Yeah.
around and everything. And then I'm laying down and I hear a sound. It's a baby. And there's a lady pushing a stroller with her baby in it. And I was like, at the fucking pool.
It's
on
too
Labor
hot
Day?
for that. Right.
Yeah. And then We ordered a margarita. It was about 20, 25 minutes.
Did you get your free Aperol spritz at least before the margarita?
No, we got that after. So we got the margaritas. And the margarita, as they're bringing it, I look at Isaac and I go, that looks like pure lime juice.
Now, girl, tell me how you can look at a margarita from afar and know the ratio of lime juice to alcohol.
When it's too green.
But lime juice isn't green. Isn't it clear?
It says, I mean, real lime juice. Maybe if
I feel like I put lime juice in here. There's no hint of green. I think it's clear.
Then what makes it green?
I think it's when they mix it with like the sweet and sour. Because sweet and sour has that like neon yellow green vibe. Yeah.
Regardless.
You knew that the ratio was off.
I knew the ratio was off. And I knew that it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
And we both took a drink and it did. It tasted like
Lime
literally
juice.
lime juice.
Okay.
And I also like asked for Casamigos. So in my head, I'm like, this isn't like
a cheap margarita.
Yeah, like, please. And then so this lady comes around and she's like, how is everything? And we were like,
not the tea.
and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She goes, I just started working here today, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I'll make sure, like, let me get you whatever new margaritas. And also the margaritas were in martini glasses. Why is a margarita in a martini glass?
Oh no,
so there was
rough.
no ice in it. And then we asked for like, can you put ice in and do like an actual like cup, whatever. So then they come out.
Make an actual margarita, right?
They come out and they bring them to us. And then the guy's like just sitting there. He's waiting for us to say if it's better or not. It tasted the same.
You're kidding.
But then he was like, well, let's give it to you for free. So I was like, well, whatever.
And
So-
you can taste the difference with Casamigos for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it
at
was
the
a no-no.
Beverly Hilton
The
Hotel.
Beverly Hilton Hotel, yeah.
So that was today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it was kind of like a
It's
disappointment.
kind of like a dud. Like towards like when all the children started running around and jumping in the pool and playing patty cakes, bag cake. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I was like, let's go.
You said duck, duck.
I said, duck, duck,
Gotta
go.
go. Yeah, for sure. Well, damn, that's disappointing. Was it at least pretty, the hotel? Really?
If Miss Kathy Hilton were to go to the Beverly Hilton, she would say, that's a Motel 6.
No, it's not. This is the iconic hotel with the pink walls and the green floral print.
I think you're thinking of the
Beverly Hills Hotel. I am
Mm.
thinking of that. What is the Beverly Hills Hilton?
The Beverly Hilton is the one.
Oh, it's Beverly Hilton.
Yeah, if you're driving on Santa Monica, you're going into Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
You pass the
But
park.
it's just a Hilton hotel.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like, it's where they normally do like the Oscar-y type stuff. They do all the big parties there and all of that stuff.
So it is supposed to be more
supposed to
bougie.
be more bougie. But
Well, I want to go to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, well,
After.
when we have a budget for that one day.
We'll just do the podcast there. Just have
I
microphones, lay at the pool.
I don't think they'd want to sponsor our shenanigans. No. Well, I'm sorry that was not the most, fulfilling experience. But I know John Waters will not let you down.
Oh, I'm very
It's
excited
him
about
live,
that.
reading and
It's-
talking?
Well, it's his Christmas tour. So the past few years, he's done like a John Waters Christmas.
Okay.
So
Is there like special guests and...
I don't know yet. The only reason I know about it wasn't even announced. And I like every like weekend I go on like Ticketmaster and stuff and just see what's up, like see if there's anything I'm interested in. And I saw it and I was like, oh, this hasn't even been announced. And then there was 2 front row seats on the side and there was nobody beside us. And I was like, mine.
Good for you.
we're done.
I am jelly of that because it's a tour, right? So it's only going to be that one night.
Let me see. John Waters Christmas. Los Angeles.
I don't know why. I just have such an obsession with his work. I think he's so...
Oh yeah, it's December 7th.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gone.
Yeah. Well, on that note, let's take a break and when we get back, we're going to get into the episode.
All right, RuPaul's Drag Race.
We are back. It's Queening Out. I'm Joseph Shepard. This is Laganja Estranja. And yes, it's an ambulance.
Smoking hot.
The smoking
I highly
hot-
doubt they'll hear that.
Yeah, well,
These
who
are
knows?
very professional mics.
Watch, like, I'm gonna add in the sound.
Okay.
So I was reading the comments on our second video.
Okay.
First of all, I apologize. We're going to add chapters into all these videos now because some of the fans love that we have a talk moment.
Oh,
Other
some of those
fans
don't.
are like, can you just get to the recap, honey?
Wow, they're like diehard.
And they're like,
Rue fans.
how far do I need to go?
Okay.
So I'll be gladly catering
the
that
chapter.
to you. Also, there was a lot of comments on my ayahuasca moment.
Oh, what'd they say?
People think that I'm going to get taken into a cult and attacked and put into sex trafficking. I assure you that I spent all week long doing research. I had a call with the company. I watched multiple videos.
Not the kids got you paranoid. You were like, well, let me actually check this out.
You gotta go into human trafficking. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, no.
That is a gag.
It's very legit. Okay. I will gladly link it down below. You guys can go and look at it, and then you can tell me that I'm gonna get human trafficked.
Okay. And when is that again?
The 3rd week of October, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I
can't wait to hear.
So I have like my intake call tomorrow. So basically I have to make sure that you're mentally sound, that you have, basically it's like Drag Race. You know, you have to have your mental call.
Okay. Have you prepared for that?
No, but I gave them all, literally they sent a form, and on the form you had to like fill out all like, you know, your medicine and all your type of stuff that you're taking.
Yeah.
And there's one part of the form and it was like, please list off your traumas.
No, God.
And literally
you were like, the box isn't big enough.
I was high. I was going on my traumas, and then I was typing and it just stopped. And I was like, and I go,
characters.
It was maxed out. Yep. And I was like, all right, well, we're going to have to simplify this.
Reword.
So we did. But that happened. Also, I would like to apologize. I pronounced 2 names wrong. I said it last week. It's not Nehelenia, it's Nelania. And it's not Miranda Labreo, it's Miranda Labrao. So I apologize for that. Was there anything else that they were tooting or scooting about?
Not tooting or scooting.
This week's episode was the girl group challenge.
And this is our 3rd episode.
Our 4th episode. Because remember, the first one was 2 and 1.
Right.
And then last week was number 3.
Talent show was 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. 3 was...
the design your looks.
Oh, right.
And
wow, we are. Okay. Yeah. It's moving fast. It's moving fast.
There's so many times. I find you so funny so many times when we do these because it's like, okay. You know how they say like there's like a needle in a haystack? Uh-huh. That's how I feel like your brain is sometimes, where it's like you're trying to like find like remember exactly what happened, but then you're like, you can't remember it. But then there'll randomly be a moment and you find the needle in a haystack and I'm like, you paid attention to that?
I mean, look, I consume a lot of TV every week, like literally. So you're right. It is a needle in a haystack. I have to pull it out. And all I remember from this week's episode is Alyssa's face in that fucking sun.
That was so good.
That's what I remember.
Okay, so they had a mini challenge.
Yes.
And they had to guess the population of
Oh, that was funny. I would have failed that immediately.
Okay, so Laganja, what's the population of the United States? Do you remember what they said?
I don't. I remember Alyssa said something like 100 billion, and they said that was way too much off. So maybe like 1 billion?
333 million.
So we're not even a billion.
We're 1/3 of a billion. Yeah, 1/3. Yeah, 1/3 of a billion.
Okay, wow. Yeah. See, I still would have failed, and I had prep.
Well, they guessed the population. The mini challenge winners end up being Queen Kong, Miranda Labrao, and Vanity Vane. They end up becoming the team captains and get to choose their teammates for this choreography challenge and this girl group challenge. I wasn't a fan of this challenge. I'm sorry.
Well, the fan of the challenge, like you don't like the challenge in general, or you don't like the execution of this?
I want to know why some franchises get amazing songs and others get like, I'm Barbara and I know production for the first time. Like we had amazing.
This wasn't even a RuPaul song, right?
No.
It was just like a random new song. That was weird. Yeah, the execution this week was not there. It was a disappointing, but that's what I mean. I love the challenge of a girl group.
I do too.
Right.
I just think that song wise, it's like, this is global all stars.
I know you would have thought.
This is supposed to be like the Olympics. And here we go. We got a K-pop mix, a Latinx mix, and a Europop mix, which of course Europop is going to be the one that's going to be better than all of them.
Oh, see, I thought the Latin one was the best. The best sounding. I don't know about the best group, but I thought the best sounding was the Latin one. But I would.
Yeah.
Give me uncut and I'm happy.
A little Latin X. Let's go over these girl groups. Was there any moments that stood out to you in their prep? Did you
Nope.
Okay. Well, we're going to watch this. We're going to give you our reviews. They will pop up on the screen. Also, apologies. I know that somebody else also commented that the videos or the pictures of people's outfits are not on the screen for a long period of time. Reason why is Paramount and MTV and World of Wonder have gotten extremely strict about showing these things to where I've flipped it and reversed it. I've cut out things and I will keep it on there just for a couple of seconds and still ding, 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 copyright, which actually is illegal because it's free use because you're actually giving information on it. You're giving an opinion on it.
Right.
So, but they're being a little stingy.
Okay. Well, there it is, kids. Don't get mad at us.
First group, we have Everybody Say Love, the K-pop mix performed by Fresh Meat. And Fresh Meat consists of Alyssa Edwards, Eva La Queen, Miranda LaBrow, and Tessa Testicle.
It just looks a bit messy. You know, it's like,
Yes.
I like the chairs. I like the incorporation of the level change, but I just felt the execution wasn't as in sync as it needed to be.
I agree. And I think too, it's like, what are we singing about? Like, you
Yeah.
know, I think that a lot of people's verses in each of these groups, I was like, are we singing about ourselves? Are we singing about love? Are we singing about, you know, like
Right.
everybody was kind of all over the place.
There wasn't really like a cohesive theme
yes.
for the group. Yeah, I see that.
But the fans did want to know what you thought of your mother, Alyssa Edwards, in the girl group challenge.
It was so short. That's really what I thought. I was like, well, I felt like she got to do like 4 lines. Like it wasn't like, you know, but I mean, I think she did great. I think she looks great. She's hilarious. She steals my eye in the background every time someone's performing because she's doing all her kooky stuff in the back. So yeah, I think she did good.
Yeah.
You know, do I think it's the most memorable thing? No. Do I think it was like the best girl group we've seen? No, but I'm proud of her. And I'm glad that she finally got to do a girl group after all these years.
Because
this is her first one.
Read You Wrote You.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Europop is Galavero, Kitty Scott Claus, Nelania, and Vanity Vane.
And this choreo works. You
Yeah.
see, it's simplified. It's together. It's in unison. Is it creative? Is it the most like pop star thing we've ever seen? No. But I think for a drag queen girl pop challenge, it worked, and that they were executing it in, you know, one singular unison brain, if you will. I did not understand why they loved Kitty so much. I felt this was a rigging. Didn't she end up winning?
Yeah, it's Rigger Morris.
Yeah, Rigor Morris. She's fine, but it's not. That's Britney Spears. Like, I'm not getting pop.
Yeah, no.
But they liked that she was funny. See, that's
the
really
camp
the
of
key to winning any challenge. If you can make RuPaul laugh, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
You know.
Latinx mix, Queen Kong, Pythia, and Soa de Muse.
Outfits are a no. Mm-hmm. It's like, yes, it's the same colors, but it just doesn't look like it goes together to me.
No. I also figured out some info about Queen Kong.
Okay.
And why outfits may not be fitting correctly and things, and she may not be wearing corsets and things. Apparently, she had kidney surgery, I believe, right before this was about to happen, or something was happening with her kidney. So she was still puffy and bloated and not feeling 100%.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they were horrible. And like I said, I thought this song was the best of the 3. I thought it had the most groove and the most like hipness. And I loved how she sang down in the low octave. I thought that was funny.
It reminded me of, what was that No Doubt song? Or was it? You're really lovely underneath it all. And then
Okay, I know that song. That's a No Doubt song? Okay, work. I love that song. But yeah, so I think as far as like if we're looking at all 3, the first group, Alyssa's group, to me had the best look of it all. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Euro Trash had the best, or what was it called?
Europop. I was about Euro Trash.
That was a Freudian slip. Europop had the best like choreography, and then to me as overall vibe, it was the Latinx group.
Yeah.
So they each had an element that I thought was good, but I don't really think anyone overall nailed it all.
Oh, no, I don't think so either. And I think that also a thing that aggravates me is that if something's bad, just say it's bad. I don't like the like peppering in like, oh, you know, it could have been a little bit better. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like that. Like, it's like when kids.
You don't think we try to do that? I do. I try to do that. I don't want to just be like, I hate them, you know? I try
But I feel like a lot of times in Drag Race, for what we're seeing, it's not necessarily, there aren't the constructive points in there.
Got you.
It's more so like happy, joy.
Right. No, constructive criticism is key. And I agree. The show has lost a bit of that.
Yeah.
Because they were tired, I think, of getting read themselves as judges. Yeah.
So they're like, let's let everybody else read you.
Right. But not allow them to show the images for too long.
Can't do that. But it reminds me of like if you watch any of those talent shows like America's Got Talent or something, and then like a group of like kids come on to sing, and then the judges are like, yes, and I'm like, it sounds like Kids Bop. No, go. Like,
right. Yeah. Well, it's TV.
Yeah,
making TV.
So we have the runway theme, which is Color My World.
Yes.
The reveal. Extravaganza, Palooza, Balooza, Galooza.
Hot Mess Express.
It was a lot of choices.
It was not good. This week's runway was rough, I felt, for the dolls.
First up, we had Galavero I will say I enjoyed the aspect of Galavero's outfit being one full outfit. Oh, no, never mind. She took it off. I regret everything I just said.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I loved the Mexican heritage in the beginning, from the green to the red. And then, whatever this weird, sexy look is, that she's pouring blood on her. I mean, it's kind of a lot. I don't really know that I got it all, but it was entertaining, and I thought she looked hot.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
What was that show? Was it like who was the girl with the red hair? And then she had the white, it's that movie?
The Element, Fifth Element?
Yes.
At the end,
That's what it's giving me at the end.
Okay, I see that. But so did you like it or no?
No.
You didn't like any of it?
No.
Okay.
I think that my issue with reveals is just the fact of they are very hard to do a reveal and it look nice.
But her first one was so cool, no? The way she opened it and it went pulled down.
Yeah. But I'm saying like just in general for this whole category, I think reveals are just difficult because you want it to look elevated and high level, but if you're doing reveals correctly, it most likely is not going to look as great as it could.
Why do you say that?
Because if you were taking off something or if you were pulling something and your outfit is physically changing, you're not fitting that whole thing for your body fully. You're not thinking, I need the highest or the best material for this, because you may need to pull it or rip it or do something with it.
Right.
So that material may not be the greatest. So I think that a lot of times reveal looks can look a little underwhelming. Does that mean that they're awful or bad? No, I just think that it's a lot harder and a lot more difficult. It's kind of like when I see, for instance, like I just brought up America's Got Talent, like the Vegas quick change performers.
Oh yeah.
Like all those outfits that they use all look
underwhelming.
Yeah, they look kind of cheap, but it's because of the fact of that's what they have to wear in order to get to the next outfit.
Correct.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Eva La Queen in Maleficent, and she comes out and she says, I'm going to take this jacket off.
I liked the horns coming off. I thought that was cool. But it felt a bit cosplay to me. Not like full drag, but again, I like how the reveal happened. I think that was interesting.
And she's Cruella de Vil.
I didn't buy this last one. I wish the dress had more detail.
Yeah.
I liked the way it did reveal. She never took anything off, and I think that's super cool. But it did feel a little like, it just felt a little cosplay. They all, like you were saying just before this, they're all a little simplified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I enjoyed the aspect of the reveal being one piece and things weren't just being laid on the stage. So I give her props for that. I think that they were very cosplay. I think when you start getting into the cartoon world, you start getting into that cosplay world. And then I also was not a fan of this last wig. It looked a little flat, but that's because there were so many things on top of it. So
Right. Yeah.
Miss Miranda LaBrow, and Isaac didn't understand this. And he was like, oh, boys wear dresses in other countries. And I was like, yeah, like for kids.
What?
When you're a kid. In some other countries, they wear like dresses.
Okay.
Like little, like, I mean, I wore one when I was a child, so.
Okay.
No, you didn't wear
But what does that have to do with this runway?
Because this is supposed to be her life. So her life, Miranda LaBrow's life was basically being like, I was born a boy.
Got it.
And that's the blue, and they wanted me to play soccer and stuff. And then as I started realizing who I was, I wanted to be like a girl. And then she ends up being like, and then I ended up realizing I'm non-binary.
It's a chop.
It is a big chop.
It's a chop for me. I don't like, what is the sleeve? I love the story though. The story is interesting. I didn't follow the story before. Now I do. So I think that that's cool. But yeah, no, the look for me was not there.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. It wasn't quite there. I think that the story was great. And I think that if the story would have went in a little bit more into the look, it would have been a little bit better. Tessa Testicle coming out as your party clown. That immediately takes off a big pink dress and becomes another party clown.
I liked it.
Okay.
I thought hers was the best.
There were 3 different conceptual
and all
outfits.
3 looks
all
good.
Looks great. Yes.
I mean, she looked good. I thought she turned it this runway.
Yeah.
And they all went together. There was a cohesion. I liked it. I mean, come on. How can you not laugh at this? Go, what in the fuck? I said, were you trying to be the meme? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I just didn't know that you knew that meme.
In all honesty, I'm going to say it. I think it's very simple.
It is.
And I think that the Alyssa is it's keeping this silhouette vein. Didn't she do something similar to this for the promo? It was like that same type. What do you call this? What's this called?
Yes, the corset with the like
it kind of like becomes a little dress.
Yeah. You're right. We did see that silhouette before. Well, here's what I will say to have my mother's back. This is her weakest outfit, and she knows it.
Oh,
so there you go.
Okay,
everyone has to have one. Mm-hmm. The designers on this particular challenge did not come through for her, and she was like, "You should have seen it before we even zhuzhed it up." So this is her zhuzhing up what she was given. So. Everyone is going to have a falter, but I still think, and of course, I'm going to have her back this whole season, y'all, so get over it, that it wasn't the worst.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
And it had a cohesion. It had a good theme. Her body looks amazing. I mean,
each outfit looked great.
Right. But it was simple and overall a bit underwhelming. Yes, sure.
I just love.
But she still delivered us that fucking
It gave
meme.
me very Lady Gaga applause. Soa Demuse comes out, and I believe that this was the one I didn't understand. I may be incorrect.
Well, I don't know, but that was sure cool.
Yeah, breaking out
That was sure cool, and I like this look too. I mean, this is interesting.
And she's like, I am.
Now, I don't love the last part. I don't know what it is, though. I actually think I like the body. I think it's the hair. I don't get the hair.
I didn't like the bodysuit. I love the face. I think that
face
purple
so
and the face,
cool.
Everything was beat. The eyes.
I
and
wish the hair was pink and purple, just to match the look. I just think the rainbow is like a little too.
We don't need that gay shit.
Right? Ugh. Are you gay?
I
love this.
Okay, I'm glad you said you love it. I was afraid you weren't gonna like it.
No,
when
it's
Pythia
so good.
comes out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how many boob eyes and everything
It's giving
is this?
Bicala.
Yes,
it's totally Bicala. I love it. It's creative and unique, and I love this.
And then going
the
into
crochet
like the crochet
is so
version,
fierce.
I absolutely loved because it was a reveal, but it was so different. And then going into this like stitched up.
It was a full realized look,
Yeah.
and the makeup here is incredible. That one blue deep socket eye is so good. I loved it.
I believe
Maybe that was my favorite actually of the week.
I think that this was my favorite,
Yeah.
and I think that this is what saved her from being in the bottom.
Okay, right.
Vanity Vane comes out in her gay, and she says, "I want to be gay."
I love the wig.
Is this the same Vanity that does wigs by Vanity?
No.
Okay.
I liked the last I liked the trans dress.
This just never ended.
It
kept going.
But I kind of live for all that. And I like all that. So it's like, I liked it. I mean, some of the looks were a bit chinchy, but I think she did good.
Yeah. Queen Kong comes out, and let me just tell you that I was not a fan of the reveals, but this first outfit, this coat and this hat.
Very Lil' Kim.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I want to this is very demure.
Not demure. This is fierce. I love the first look, but then this girl,
Oh
what?
my God.
Like, girl, what gay told her it was okay to wear that? What is this green little piece of fabric draped with this bow? No.
And then this
No,
body.
I like all that hair.
Suit.
The hair is fierce.
I'm not a fan of that crown. Crown. I do not understand why she spray painted herself.
Me either.
And the bodysuit.
Meh.
Nalania comes out and she is in a coral reef. Because she's about to turn into Finding Nemo. And then she's a jellyfish. And she's like, yo, look at me. I'm a jellyfish. Oh, wait. Now I am Dory. Oh, no. This outfit is stuck. And then she's trying to figure out why it's stuck. And then she says, I'm Nemo, bitches.
Yeah, conceptually, I like it. Execution wise, I really don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think the jellyfish was the most high fashion of the looks. I don't know. It's like this, pleather or leather or latex with this, like, I don't think those fabrics go together. Like, I don't know. I didn't love the execution, but I think the idea, very cool. And the way she revealed, besides the one getting stuck, I didn't mind.
I think that the concept was great. I love seeing it. I think that personally, I think the last outfit was the best out of all of them. I did like the jellyfish. I just felt it was proportionally not proportionizing, as Eureka would say.
Okay.
Also, on the same Nalania front, you know how I said she looked like the lady from Shrek?
Okay.
She said, I don't know where it was, but she said that was her inspiration.
Fiona?
No. The godmother lady, remember?
Oh, right. Okay. I was like, when did she come out like Fiona?
Kitty Scott Claus and AP. She loves this shape.
Yeah, this looks good though. I don't mind this. I think this looks good. She looks like a pop star here. That would have been better for her pop.
Oh yeah,
outfit.
Now she looks like Susan Boyle.
Yeah, I don't get this. And there wasn't a concept here, right? It was just I changed colors.
Yeah. Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and a little. No.
No.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. Yeah. No. It was okay.
Yeah, that wasn't my.
It wasn't the worst, but
it wasn't the best, and it wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
But oh no. It's potential spam calling me. And on that note, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. And we're going to get into the rest of the episode.
And we are back with more Queening Out, breaking down RuPaul's Drag Race Global All-Stars Episode 4.
Okay, so first of all, like I pull up this site called Fandom, and it basically like breaks down the episodes, who wins, who loses. So then that way I just have like something in front of my face. And it says that the guest judge this week was Ross Matthews, and I didn't even remember that.
I did, because I was like, wow, Ross went all the way to Columbia.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But that was really I didn't remember.
That's the only reason
what he contributed necessarily. I just remembered that he was there.
So I also will say Jamal Sims. I think there could have been a better third judge for Global All-Stars.
Oh, he is the permanent third judge for Global All-Stars? Wow. Good for him, though.
Yeah. I
Good
think
for
that
him.
he's playing that safe card. I
Yeah.
think that a lot of people realize...
Well, I don't know why they didn't get someone global. Like, why didn't we get someone who's not American, you know? I feel like that's a missed opportunity there. Like, we should have had, more diversity on the panel.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
I would have liked like Supreme Deluxe from España.
Okay.
I could have done like they should have got Pablo Vittar.
That would have been fun.
Do you like Pablo Vittar's new song?
Which one?
It's called Alibi.
And my alibi.
Oh, that's a moment.
It is so good.
So good. Anyway, so we have the Maxi Challenge winner ends up being Kitty Scott Claus, and I do not believe that this was right. This was not right. I will say...
Who did you think it should be, though?
If I had to give, I probably would have said... That's kind of hard.
I think Pythia. They acted like she did so bad in that challenge, but she really didn't. And I was happy to see on Twitter, she said the same thing. She was like, watching it back, like I wasn't that bad and I was playing the character and I agree. And I think her runway was the best. So that's why I'm like, I think maybe she could have been one of the contenders to be in the top.
I could have seen that. I think that I also could have seen I could have seen Nelania. I don't think that her outfit at the end was what could have saved her, but I think she was good. I think that Queen Kong's actual
performance
being in the group
in the Pop
was
Star
good.
was good.
I think that the outfit was not the greatest.
Right.
But a lot of fans are a little aggravated and agitated
I
at
saw.
the bottoms. They are going very hard into saying that there's a lot of favoritism and that Rue and
is only picking the ones that
he knows and he's seen before. I still am upset about last week when we ended up losing Athena Leakey's. That was very like, and then this week to see that one, the bottom two was Vanity Vane and Miranda LeBrow, which I thought was a little odd because Vanity Vane I didn't think was that bad in the girl group because she did the whole like sucking on the dick and like that was
funny
comical,
and memorable.
It was funny, it was memorable. The voice was there, the look and the aesthetic was there, and then Miranda LeBrow was in that K-pop mix group, but I don't necessarily think that she was the worst. So I think that Kitty shouldn't have won.
No.
And I think that the bottom two were not the ones that I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then we get into the girls in Untucked. And the girls come off the stage, the highs and the lows. And people thought that Miss Nelania was going to be in the bottom.
They did?
Yeah, remember? Alyssa was
in the group. In the group. Yeah.
They thought that she was going to be in the bottom. And then she came in and then Nelania threw a little fit.
Yeah, but I didn't like this. I did think that they ganged up on her a bit. I did.
I think that I understood exactly where she was coming from. Like when she was saying everything she said. And then I saw so many Drag Race girls from other franchises and seasons were all like sending her love too, being like, girl, you got that edit. We see that edit. We see it. We know you were in the right. Like, right. So that was disappointing. I think that sometimes, seeing some girls be underestimated, can be frustrating. And I think that she did do a good job. Yeah. Was it the best at this week? No.
But was she in the bottom?
No, she was in the top. That's but the girls thought that she should have been in the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't think she should have been in the bottom. Mm-mm. No.
So bottom two are Miranda LeBrow and Vanity Vane. And they lip sync to Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. And Miranda, for the longest time, is trying to pull something out of her titty.
This is where I've lost the needle.
And then
I don't remember any of this.
It was a clown nose. And she put on a clown nose.
That's hideous.
Girl, I feel like I could have made something up. This wasn't even me making something up. I'm talking about a clown nose out of a titty, and you are like,
I don't remember it.
Yeah, and then she like basically did the rest of the performance as like a clown.
And how does that go with Spice Up Your Life? It doesn't.
Slam your body legs. Shake your body back.
No.
But yeah.
So did Clown Nose go?
Yeah, Clown Nose went. Miranda LeBrow went.
I thought that was sad. We liked her, right? Mm-hmm. She was interesting.
Like her a lot,
yeah, they keep getting rid of the interesting ones. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, ooh, I hope that next week, if somebody goes, it's not another real international girl. And what I mean by real international girl is I mean an international girl that doesn't speak English as a first language.
Got it.
Because I think that there is a language barrier for some of them. I do believe that they should be given a little bit more credit. They are singing a song and they're in a girl group and they're trying to sing in English. It may not be the best, but they literally are trying. I mean, we don't have any of the girls speaking English, to a different language. So
Right.
I think that.
Well, that's actually a very interesting thing. They should do that. Wouldn't that be cool if they had to learn something in Spanish and lip sync to it?
Yes.
That would be brilliant.
I would love to hear Alyssa.
I would love to see it because I could already tell it would be like, it would be very entertaining. But I like that idea of like, white. Well, another Freudian slip. Why is it that everyone has to do the English? So it does seem a bit unfair that like there isn't sort of switching it up.
Because you also know that it fucks with their head. Because you know they're in there and they're like, okay, well, I could do it in my language, but then what if Rue's like, you should have done it in English and, get away from who you are. And then if you do it in English, then it's like, well, your English wasn't the best. So it's like
it's a
double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just think that would make it more global. Yeah. If they really did have more challenges and judges and, things that were global.
You know what?
What?
What they should have done is for the girl group challenge, they should have had a globe. And then in this globe, there's different languages. And they had to draw and pick what language they had to sing in.
That's cool. I love it.
So they couldn't get their own, but they could get another one. So
sure.
then everybody's trying something new.
Right. I love that. I hope they can make it more global.
Yeah.
Season 2. Because I do feel like that's missing a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also, I know that a lot of people are like frustrated and stuff too, because they feel like Rue's spreading themselves too thin, meaning that I guess that Rue shot within this year period, she shot UK season 6, Global All-Stars. She shot All-Stars 10. She shot the regular season 16 that's about to come out. So I think she shot 5 or 6 different variations of Drag Race. Oh, and UK versus the World. So they're like, she's not as invested in this show that they believe she should be, especially for a global aspect. And they basically are like, I feel like if this is supposed to be the Olympics of drag and this is only happening once every few years, if that, then there should be a little bit more investment. And I do agree with that.
Yeah. Must be hard though to do all those franchises. I mean, yeah, she's making a ton of money
flying everywhere,
but still, that's a lot.
And remembering all.
And I was about to say, no wonder she can't remember us anymore, girl. That is a lot in 1 year.
Do you think she remembers you?
She does. I'm the weed queen. She knows that about me, so I'm fine with that. She doesn't know my name, but she knows I'm the weed queen, and I'll take it.
Wait, how do you know that?
Because the last time I saw her at a drag con, that's what she said. She said, "Aren't you the weed one?" I was like, yes, that's me. I'm the weed one.
Stop. That's so funny.
I'll take it.
The weed one.
Yep. Which, by the way, I haven't had an alcohol beverage in over 150 days. I haven't had a cigarette in 31 days. And now I'm officially entering the week before surgery where I cannot smoke at all. So say a prayer.
Eat?
Huh?
Are you going to eat?
What do you mean am I going to eat?
Are you going to eat weed?
Oh, yeah. Edibles I'm fine with. I just can't smoke. I was like, of course I'm going to eat. Girl, I'm going to Chipotle after this. That's my new Monday ritual.
Girl, you are with that Chipotle.
Period. Where's the sponsorship?
Where are they?
Guac on it.
Okay. Well, as we're closing this out,
we finally get to have a real closing this week.
We do. That was another thing people commented on. I think I'm going to go through some of these comments on the last episode so we can give a little
love it,
little feedback,
a little banter.
Joseph, quote, at the end of the day, quote, Shepherd. I guess I say at the end of the day quite a bit.
Okay.
I had all the Inspector Gadget pieces. Remember we talked about Inspector Gadget? You said that you'd want to be Inspector Gadget and talk about McDonald's and putting them together.
Uh-huh.
Somebody said they had all the pieces.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Occam Sledgehammer says, in order to abide by Canadian TV standards, because you said you didn't want to be judged by Brooklyn.
Yeah.
A main judge on any TV show in Canada must be Canadian. So the main judge.
I like
has
that,
to
though.
be
That's
Canadian,
a great rule.
Or else the show is considered, or the show isn't considered CanCon, which is Canadian content.
Got it.
So basically, if you have Canadian content, you're also getting a lot more money from the government as well.
I like that. I think that's cool. I just, like I said, to be judged by a fellow queen who did Drag Race, I just feel it's weird. Sorry.
Well, Con Salsa Cali has something to say to you, Laganja.
Okay.
Let's make something clear. Brooklyn is not Lemon's peer. She never competed against Lemon, and she has been doing drag way longer than Lemon, who looks up to Brooklyn when she started doing drag. It's not like Adore's judging you, Laganja, but like if Bianca judged on your season, then it wouldn't be an issue as she is doing drag longer than you. Well,
I can hear that last part because I do think that if Rue ever really retired, that Bianca would be a good person to take over. Yes. So I can take that critique and hear that. I think for me, again, it's no hate on Brooklyn. She won fucking Continental. I mean, she is a legend. She's an icon. She's great. But it's like, I also wouldn't put myself up there and then be judging other girls. I don't think that that's fair either. You know, it's like, I get why Rue chose other people, but it just, to me, like, I think for some reason, like in Mexico, you know, like where Valentina judged, or in France where Nikki judged, that feels a little bit different because it isn't other Americans competing with the American host. you know? Whereas like when we're talking about versus Canada versus the world, it's American people who went on the same franchise as Brooklyn now competing, you know, to win her approval. Yeah. So it just feels a bit like ranking is weird, but you know.
I will say to that, I think that Brooklyn, great judge when it comes down to Canada, like you said, but maybe if it's Canada versus the world or whatever.
Right. I think Rue should be doing all of those. Yeah. Anything versus the world, it just feels like it should be Rue, or it should be someone more neutral. You know,
someone that wasn't on a season of Drag Race that may be already a big thing. Yeah. Laganja, I am so happy that you were supported during your surgery and the whole transition process, and I'm grateful you are sharing this with your devoted public and the world at large. This is so important. You are such an articulate and interesting person whose humanity and good humor shines through and enlightens us. Thank you, good luck, and lots of love.
No, that was very sweet.
Supergirl UK says, as a Brit, I hated Kitty's look too. British drag tends to lean on the campy panto vibes, but this wasn't even that. It was a bad suit with a bad wig.
Ooh, she gathered
Supergirl UK coming through. I feel like Ganja's proud auntie. I'm over here cheering her on, rooting for her, hoping for the best. She's a darling human. Also, Ganja, have you ever heard of Farm Rio? Check them out. I'm thinking you would like their mini dresses in insane colors. They're very you.
Ooh.
Farm Rio.
This is a design?
I guess so.
Let me do it now, because if I don't, I will forget.
Farm
R-I-O?
Yeah, like Rio de Janeiro. They're in the 90s to 110s.
It's a little more than I traditionally like to spend,
well,
but
you
you're
know
right.
What?
This is
Farm
very
Rio,
much my
We're going to reach
style.
out. Laganja's going to
very much
wear
my style.
Your designs on another episode, and you can just send her everything.
Oh, this is sickening. Black psychedelic garden jumpsuit, $132. Sponsor the doll. I want to wear this. This is cute. Look at her.
That is,
that's cute.
I would wear that too.
I found this two-piece that I've saved right now, girl. I just think it's too much. It's $178 for a shirt and pants. But girl, look at how cute it is with all the butterflies.
That's so cute.
I know. So this is my next purchase when I can spend $200 on one outfit.
That's a lot.
Crazy.
Oh, okay. We'll read our last two, and then we'll close out.
Okay.
Shay MF says, well, Alyssa didn't design anything with Ganja. She covered a corset, added trims, and did a bit of fabric draping because it wasn't really draping. Now, did she pay attention to details? Yes, she did. Was the fit right? Yes, it was. Did the outfit look good on her? Yes, it did. But did the outfit meet the brief? Not so much. I don't see any international queen of mystery in that outfit at all. There's definitely no mystery. Maybe you felt that Thea's outfit was well made, but a simple design. Well, at least it matched the theme. Most queens seem to have missed the mark on that part.
Wow. They're getting spicy in the comments this season.
I like this, though. I like going over these at the end. This is funny.
God. Look, I thought I already told y'all in episode 1 of this. I'm going to be biased. She is my mother. She can do no wrong. I don't care if this thing is rigged for her. I think she deserves it. And I'm going to have her back for the rest of the season. I at least said today that her look was underwhelming. Okay. But I also acknowledged that she knew that. So it is what it is. Y'all can say all these things and I'm going to take them and laugh inside. But just know y'all aren't going to get me to not say good things about my mother, no matter what.
Well, keep the comments coming. We may read them next time.
That's right.
Until next time, thank you so much for watching Queening Out. I'm Joseph Shepard.
I'm Laganja Estranja.
Bye.
See you next week.